With summer just around the corner, it's definitely time to watch some good shark movies. Each year, we're treated to a number of shark movies from the studios. Most of them are not terrific, albeit at the very least, they're entertaining. Now, the shark movie market is starting to get very saturated. That said, the demand is still very strong. Now, the other day, I saw a movie on Hulu named No Way Up, and after watching the trailer, I decided to check it out. After watching it, I have to say the movie wasn't terrific by any means, but I thought it did have a very intriguing storyline. Still, the acting and dialogue was pretty bad in this one. In this review, we'll recap this 2024 summer shark movie, The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. To begin, No Way Up tells the story of a commercial airline flying from LA to Mexico. Main character Ava has two of her guy friends, and one of her dad's friends comes along. Her father is the governor of California and kind of a big deal. There are some other characters in this first part. We really don't get sort of the backstory on anyone, just some highlights. The writers try and spread the backstory out, for lack of a better term, among quite a number of the characters, and as a result, we don't really end up caring much about any of the characters. Back to the film, which looked to be pretty bad at this point, we get a pretty good scene as the plane is flying in the air. A flock of birds goes into the engines, destroying the engine and also sending shrapnel flying at the plane. A hole opens up, people are sucked out, and we're soon treated to a pretty good crash scene with just a few surviving in the ocean. Birds flying in the engine, it's not completely unheard of. We've seen this happen with flights like the famous Sully landing on the Hudson River. That was caused by birds. My understanding is planes are designed to withstand these pretty well, and if they do happen, they're either when planes land or take off. I don't know a ton of much more than that. If you do, definitely comment. That said, the plane goes down and lands on a ridge underneath the ocean floor. Ava and her friends are inside, and there's an air pocket, so they're able to breathe. There's also a few other survivors, a flight attendant, a young girl, a grandma, and also Ava's dad's friend. Now, right here, we get a pretty good storyline. The group are trapped, they're running out of air, and are debating what to do next. Ava's dad's friend assures them they're going to be found soon, and this seems to make sense. The plane is still mainly intact, and if the plane was heading down, the pilot would have been able to send out specific correspondence, not to mention there's also the transponder. The rescue should be incredibly quick. Soon, though, we get something that's probably not even needed for this movie. There's man-eating sharks, and soon they attack Ava's dad's friend, killing him. The group continues to debate what to do, and soon rescue divers eventually show up. Predictably, the divers are soon eaten after making contact, and this does change the situation as the group knows they've at least been discovered, or at least can factor that in their decision. Of course, they've got man-eating sharks outside, so they don't want to leave until they know they're safe. Now, during this time, Ava's boyfriend gets bit by a shark that comes inside the plane and bites him. He soon dies. And also the plane is starting to slide on the ridge, and it's obvious they need to swim up at this point before it falls too deep. They devise a simple plan to, swim up using the life preservers to help them. In the end, only Ava, the young girl, and the flight attendant survive. And that's that. That's pretty much the movie. In general, this movie had an interesting storyline, but the acting and character development was really bad. It's actually pretty surprising as this movie, it was pretty well shot. The shark CGI, it was okay. And it seems like to me they had a pretty good budget. I didn't actually look it up. Why couldn't they have gotten better actors and actresses? I'm not sure. The only ones that are really decent are Ava and her dad's friend. And of course, Ava's dad's friend, he's played by Colm Meaney, who's a great character actor. You might remember him from films like Con Air, Die Hard 2, Last of the Mohicans. He's been in a bunch of stuff, mainly the big stuff in the 90s, from what I recall. So I would say, despite the subpar acting, if you know nothing about this film going in, I think this is a good one to watch. I was getting pretty worried The first 30 minutes, I was like, this is going to be a terrible one. It actually ended up being better than I thought it would, just because of the situation and how it all played out. It was shot pretty well. The CGI wasn't too bad. If you did see this movie, definitely comment. Let me know what you thought. Thanks.